How to get rid of negative thoughts using Stoicism. Have you ever been overwhelmed by the turbulent waves of your emotions or felt lost in the chaos of negative thoughts? Would you believe me if I told you that the ancient wisdom of Stoicism could help you navigate through these dark times? Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Today we delve into these profound words. Embrace this truth, and you will discover inner strength. This powerful statement marks the beginning of a life-changing journey. Join us as we uncover 7 essential lessons from Stoicism that are not merely teachings, but ways of life. With a courageous heart and a steadfast mind, these lessons will help you control your emotions and navigate life's storms. Welcome to How to Get Rid of Negative Thoughts Using Stoicism, your guide to finding peace amidst life's chaos. But before we begin, as usual, I have a challenge for you. Watch until the end, and don't miss any important principle, for just one of these 7 principles below could be the key to changing your life forever. Lesson 1. Know what you can control. Have you ever found yourself in a storm, not the kind with rain and thunder, but the storms of life? Unexpected events, disappointments, or sudden changes. The dichotomy of control, a principle from the Stoic philosophers of ancient Greece and Rome, serves as a lifeline in such storms. Consider this. You're planning an outdoor event, but it rains at the last minute. No matter how much you want to, you can't control the weather, but how you feel about the rain is entirely up to you. You could be sad and angry, or you could adapt, perhaps move the event indoors, or enjoy the rain as a refreshing change. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher born into slavery, who became one of the most influential thinkers of his time, said, "Some things are in our control and others not." This may sound simple, but there's profound wisdom in this simplicity that can transform our lives. Every day we encounter various situations. Some are within our control, like the books we read, the people we associate with, and our daily habits. However, many things lie beyond our control, such as global events, other people's actions, the passage of time, and, yes, the weather. The interesting part lies in how we respond. Stoic philosophers believed that our interpretation and response to external events shape our happiness. Our emotions are not caused by the events themselves, but by how we perceive them. Think back to a time when you faced adversity. Perhaps you didn't get the job you wanted. At the moment it felt terrible, but later you might have realized it led to better opportunities or personal growth. So, how do we apply this in our lives? Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is yes, take action. If the answer is no, it's an opportunity to practice acceptance and adaptability. By truly understanding and internalizing this principle, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. Knowing that we can't control the wind but can adjust our sails allows us to navigate life with serenity. The dichotomy of control is a guiding light in a world that often feels chaotic, reminding us to focus our energy where it matters most and to find peace in accepting what we cannot change. Share your insights in the comments below. Your story could become a source of inspiration and strength for others. Lesson 2. Think before you act. In a world that values speed and immediacy, the art of reflection might seem outdated. However, taking the time to think and pause can be our saving grace. Consider how many decisions we face daily, both significant and trivial, from choosing a meal to making career choices. It's not the size of the decisions that matter, but our approach to them. Imagine receiving a message that triggers an emotional response. A colleague might question your work, or a friend might make a casual comment. Your initial reaction might be to defend yourself or get angry. Instead of diving into that emotional whirlpool, what if you took a step back? This brief pause is not about suppressing your emotions, but giving them space to breathe and be understood. Reflection is not about avoiding or passively accepting our thoughts and feelings. It's about being present with them and asking deeper questions like, why did this comment hurt me so much? Are my current emotions influenced by underlying beliefs or past experiences? Is my initial reaction based on the present situation or past events? Additionally, thinking before speaking fosters empathy. By giving ourselves time, we create the opportunity to understand others' perspectives. That coworker or friend might have had a tough day and didn't realize the impact of their words. Reflecting helps us build better understanding and connections with those around us. This practice is especially crucial in relationships. How many misunderstandings could be avoided if we paused to reflect before reacting? How many bridges could be built instead of burned? Taking time to reflect brings clarity, compassion, and connection. In professional settings, the ability to pause and think is invaluable. Leaders who deliberate on their decisions are often respected and followed. Their decisions, born from deep reflection, are typically enduring. Reflection is a quiet rebellion against a world moving at breakneck speed. It's a commitment to depth over breadth, understanding over impulsivity, and lasting connections over fleeting ones. This internal journey has profound external effects, influencing not just our reactions, but the very fabric of our lives. Lesson 3. Learn to be impartial. In a world often driven by emotion, the idea of practicing dispassion might seem foreign. However, let's explore what it truly means and its transformative power. Dispassion isn't about suppressing emotions or being indifferent to what's happening around you. It's about finding calm amidst the storm. Imagine not feeling overwhelmed by events, circumstances, or even your own emotions. Recall the last time you were engrossed in a movie. There were moments of tension, excitement, and perhaps sadness. Despite your engagement, you knew it was just a movie. You didn't rush to rescue the hero or cheer for the villain as if their dilemmas were real. You felt the emotions but maintained a sense of distance. Stoics advocate for a similar approach to life. It's about recognizing emotions as they arise without letting them control you. Consider being cut off in traffic. It's natural to feel anger or frustration. Practicing dispassion involves acknowledging these emotions without judgment and letting them pass like clouds in the sky. This doesn't mean becoming passive or apathetic. It means gaining control over your emotional responses. Instead of reacting impulsively in difficult situations, you can step back and evaluate your options. This clarity allows you to avoid getting lost in the heat of the moment, leading to better decisions and actions. Dispassion also applies to our reactions to external events beyond our control. During a global crisis or when loved ones face hardships, it's normal to feel a surge of emotions. Practicing dispassion enables us to respond with calm and grace, rather than succumbing to despair or helplessness. This doesn't mean being cold or unfeeling. It means maintaining inner peace amidst life's inevitable storms. Dispassion acts as an anchor, keeping us steady during turbulent times. It empowers us to face challenges with strength and poise, providing stability for ourselves and those around us. It reminds us that while emotions are a natural part of being human, we have the power to rise above them and be the calm center in the midst of the storm. Lesson 4. Accept that things change. Change is the only thing that stays the same in life. Everything around us is changing, from the seasons that change with the months to the cells that make up our bodies that get new cells all the time. Even though change is always happening, many of us still don't want it. There is a fear of the unknown that makes us hold on to what we know and feel safe with. The Stoics, on the other hand, advise us to embrace change as a necessary part of life, rather than just accepting it. Realizing that things change doesn't mean to cause fear or anxiety. It means to encourage gratitude and presence. Consider for a moment that everything in your life was permanent, that the people you love would never leave, that your current situation would never change, and that every moment of joy and every moment of pain would last forever. At first, this might sound good, but it will only lead to complacency and stagnation. Being aware of how things change is what gives life its color, depth, and speed. We are reminded that every moment, experience, and relationship is valuable and short-lived. It tells us to enjoy the beauty of a sunset, laugh with friends, and show our love to people we care about, because we never know when it will be our last chance. The difficulties and setbacks we face are also included in the Stoic acceptance of change. When we think that things will always be the same, we can get lost in sadness, anger, or a sense of unfairness. But when we accept that change is inevitable, we understand that our bad times will pass just as quickly as our good times. This gives us the strength to keep going and the hope that good times will come again. The practice of accepting change is also important for personal growth. Each change, whether it's a new job, moving to a new place, or starting a new relationship, gives us a chance to grow and learn. Even when it doesn't go as planned, every change pushes us out of our comfort zones and helps us become more flexible and resourceful. When we look at change with an open mind and a brave heart, we find that it has both challenges and hidden chances. Change makes room for new things to happen. Accepting change also makes us less afraid. Change can feel like a big, scary monster when we fight it. But when we meet it head-on, we see it as a natural part of life. We can plan ahead, make decisions that are more in line with who we are, and feel more in charge of our lives. The Stoic idea that we should accept change can change our lives. It's a reminder that life is not about being in control or staying in one place, but about flowing and changing like a river. By accepting this, we learn to be present, value what we have, and find the courage to face whatever the future may bring. We learn that real strength comes not from standing still, but from moving through life with grace and adaptability. Lesson 5. Keep a journal. Think about the end of a long day when your thoughts are a tangled web of what you've done, what you want to do, and how you feel. At this point, having a journal can be a lifeline and a place to find clarity and peace. But why do you keep a journal? It goes beyond just writing down what happened. It's about taking stock of your inner world and sorting through the chaos of thoughts and feelings. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor who ruled with great wisdom, kept a journal called Meditations, where he wrote down his thoughts and ideas. This practice helped him stay grounded and clear, even when he was in charge of a huge empire. You can use this power by making it a habit to keep a journal. Writing down your thoughts at the end of each day gives you a chance to take stock, see patterns, and think about what you might do differently. It also lets you figure out how you feel. By writing them down, you can look at your feelings without judging them. This lets you understand them better and gives you a sense of relief. When you put your thoughts and feelings into words, they go from being a mess of emotions to something clear and easy to understand. Imagine you're worried about a big meeting at work. By writing down your worries, you can see what's causing your stress. You might find that it's not the meeting itself that's bothering you, but the fear of not doing well. You can better deal with your anxiety if you understand where it comes from. Journaling is also a way to keep track of how you've changed over time. When you look back at your journal entries, you can see how you've changed, what you've learned, and how you've overcome challenges. This is a reminder that you've done well in the past and can do well again. Keeping a journal gives you a place to think about things. It's a safe place where you can be honest with yourself, get advice, and keep track of your progress. It's like having a wise friend who always has your best interests in mind. And the best part is that you don't have to write like a great author. The most important thing is to be real and honest. Write what you feel and think without holding back. Let your thoughts flow without judging or editing yourself. This is the real benefit of journaling. It helps you understand and figure out your inner world, leading you to a deeper sense of self-awareness and peace. Make time for this practice every day, and you'll see how powerful it is. It will help you find your way through the ups and downs of life. A pen and a piece of paper can be powerful tools for figuring out how you feel, finding clarity, and finding peace. With each word you write, you are moving toward a better understanding of yourself and how to stay calm in a world that is always changing. Lesson 6. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is like a calm oasis in a busy world. Even though Stoicism has been around for a long time, it has ideas that fit in well with mindfulness, which is a modern practice. Mindfulness is simply paying attention on purpose right now, without making any judgments. In a world where we're constantly busy and bombarded with stimuli, mindfulness gives us a way to stop and be aware of where we are. Imagine you are eating your favorite meal. If you're not paying attention, you might eat quickly while your mind is elsewhere. But when you eat mindfully, you notice the different textures, flavors, and smells. Every bite is something to be happy about. This practice of mindfulness can be used in many parts of our lives. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most important Stoic philosophers, often told people to pay attention to the present moment. He told them to stop thinking about the past and worrying about the future. This is mindfulness at its best, living in the now and fully experiencing it. Mindfulness helps us deal with our emotions in a powerful way. Think about a time when you were very angry. Anger can feel all-encompassing, making it hard to think clearly. By practicing mindfulness, we can take a step back from our feelings and look at them without getting caught up in them. For example, if we pay attention to how our body feels, we might notice that our muscles are tight or that our heart is beating faster. Just noticing these physical sensations can help us calm down and think more clearly. When we do mindfulness exercises regularly, it changes the way we think. We learn to react to life's ups and downs with calmness and understanding. For example, if we are in a situation where we would normally feel anxious, mindfulness helps us ground ourselves. It teaches us to focus on our breath, the ground under our feet, and the present moment. This gives us a sense of calm that keeps us from getting carried away by our thoughts. Mindfulness is also about being aware of and accepting your thoughts and feelings. It means realizing that our thoughts are not who we are, but just passing ideas. By watching them without judging, we can avoid being controlled by our thoughts and feelings. We become witnesses, aware of how thoughts and feelings come and go like clouds in the sky. Mindfulness also brings us closer to ourselves and to other people. By paying attention to our interactions with other people, we make deeper connections and listen more carefully. Imagine really listening to a friend instead of thinking about what to say next. This kind of presence shows respect and deepens the bond. Mindfulness can be a part of everything we do, from the way we eat and talk to the way we work and move. It's not about finding a place to practice, but about making your whole life more aware. This journey is not about being perfect, it is about being aware. It's about figuring out how to stay calm and steady in the middle of life's chaos. When we practice mindfulness, we are fully present for ourselves and those around us. This gives us a sense of peace and connection that can help us get through life's storms. Lesson 7. Always try to improve yourself. Imagine a garden that gets the care and attention it needs. It changes, grows, and gets better with each season. This is a powerful way to think about how we should always try to get better. Stoicism teaches us that the road to personal growth and excellence never ends. Instead of comparing yourself to others, which can be stressful and frustrating, the Stoics tell you to focus on your own progress and be better than you were yesterday. This journey of self-improvement is not about being perfect, but about making progress. Imagine a sculptor slowly and carefully chipping away at a block of marble. Each blow and careful movement shows more and more of the beautiful statue that is hidden inside. This is what we do when we work on ourselves. Every step we take, no matter how small, is a step toward becoming our best selves. Consider a goal you'd like to reach. It might be to get better at something, to be more patient, or to live a healthier life. The Stoics tell us to start with small, doable steps instead of looking at the whole trip. If you want to get in better shape, you could start by going for a walk every day. Each small step you take builds on the one before it, and as time goes on, these small steps turn into big changes. This practice of constant improvement also applies to our inner selves. Think about the last time you got angry or upset. It's easy to blame other people or things for how we feel, but the Stoics teach us to look inside and figure out what makes us feel this way. What beliefs or expectations did we have that made us angry? By thinking about ourselves and making changes based on what we learn, we become more emotionally resilient and able to handle the ups and downs of life. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most important Stoic philosophers, said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." This means that instead of just talking about being better, we should try to be better. Each day is a new chance to get better, whether it's learning something new, improving a skill, or just being kinder and more understanding. It's not a race to the top, but a steady, ongoing journey of growth. The idea of self-improvement is not about harsh self-criticism, but about loving yourself. It's about realizing that we all have flaws and working to improve ourselves in a kind and forgiving way. This practice of self-improvement also helps us connect with other people. When we see how hard other people work to improve themselves, we feel more empathy and understanding. We know that everyone is on their own journey and that we all have things we can improve. This idea of getting better at everything applies to everything we do, from work and relationships to personal goals and dreams. It's a way to live, a commitment to always learning and growing. We learn new things about ourselves and the world with every step we take. By always trying to get better, we grow stronger and more flexible, ready to take on whatever challenges life throws at us. We build a deep sense of self-worth and satisfaction that comes not from getting somewhere, but from making progress. So, as you go about your day, keep in mind that each moment is a chance to get better, to learn, and to grow. Accept the journey of constant improvement, and you'll find a life full of purpose, growth, and fulfillment. Share your insights in the comments below. Your story could become a source of inspiration and strength for others. Don't forget to like and share this video with friends whom you think will be inspired by the Stoic principles, and subscribe to our channel to not miss any videos that will help you become more steadfast and resilient in life. Let's continue this journey together by watching the next videos displayed at the end of this video.